Start off with the gimbal in the horizontal position and check the locks. All axes are locked. First, I'm going to remove the camera from the gimbal by sliding it out after holding down that button under the latch and turn it and slide it back in a vertical position. Secure the latch. So first we're going to balance the tilt axis, and that's done here. So we loosen the first lock and hold the camera so it doesn't fall. And this is where we adjust it. We unlatch this lever. It allows us to slide it down a little bit. I did get lucky and get it in place on the first try. I've done it a couple of times, so I kind of know about where it goes, so I'm kind of cheating a little bit. So this spot, my little strap there is kind of bumping against the edge, but it's okay. It's just barely touching, just to make sure it's not helping it to be balanced. But it is balanced, and you can see it's just over 3 on the gauge. So it doesn't have to be perfect. You just don't want it to move either way. So now we lock it back down. You can see about where it is. This should be the same for any X-H2, X-H2S with a 33mm lens. You can copy those settings down. So next we're going to balance the roll axis. Well, I'm sorry, it's still on the tilt axis. This is part 2 of the tilt axis, just to keep it from falling forward. Now it's done using the latch at the top. As you can see, it slides back and forth. Lock it down. Now we're going to balance the roll axis. We're going to lock the first lock. So unlatch the roll axis there. You can see it's moving back and forth, so we'll just slide it a little bit using that section in the middle until it sits upright without falling either way. Looks pretty good. So that's good. Lock it down. And lastly, we're going to balance the pan axis. So this one's a little bit more tricky. This is probably one of the ones that are a little harder to figure out. You don't have to have it perfect, you just don't want it moving back and forth when you tilt it at a 45-degree angle. You can tap it a little bit just to kind of see how it doesn't move around. It's not moving around a lot. It's not perfect, but it's close enough. But you don't want it moving back and forth when you tap it. Once it moves and it stops, then you've got it pretty good. So now we unlock all the axes and go ahead and give it a shot. We'll turn it on. If it's grossly out of balance when you turn it on, it will give you an error message. But one tip, if it's slightly out of balance, especially on the pan axis, the camera will appear to be balanced on it. It won't show you any errors, but when you go to vortex mode, that's a good test just to make sure that it is balanced enough to not give you an error or cause problems. So vortex mode for me has been the final test, because you don't want to be halfway through videoing and get a error message because of a certain angle you're at. So this works pretty well. If it passes the test here, you're typically good. And we see we don't get any errors. And I have pretty good confidence that it is balanced in vertical mode. If you have any questions, leave any comments, and I will try to do my best to reply. Thank you for watching.